Have you ever paused to consider this? If all that exists is one, then everything must already be part of that one, isn't it? And if that is true, then whatever that one requires in order to become, to grow, to build, or even to destroy and rebuild must also exist within itself. Because if there is truly nothing outside of one, nothing external, then one cannot depend on anything but itself. It must be self-sufficient. It must carry within itself the power to create and the power to destroy. In that sense, construction and destruction are not opposites. They exist as part of one. They are a part of one's own nature. What is fascinating is that this idea appears in different forms across science, philosophy, and religion. The idea that everything exists as one. People may debate what the one is. Some may call it the Big Bang. Others may call it the source, the origin, the primordium, or God. But few would argue that existence began with 2, 3, or 4. There is something deeply embedded in our thinking, perhaps even in our very DNA, that recognizes unity, oneness as the beginning. Cosmologically, when we perceive two, we tend to get a mental impression that the two are joined somewhere out there by one. If one truly exists, then one must also be sufficient unto itself. Everything one needs must be found within itself. Also, life, movement, or constant flow must reside in one. One cannot be static because life is movement. Life cannot be preserved as a static object. Life is movement, a constant flow, or an ongoing process. Since life is preserved by movement, one must be continually moving through stages or processes. To preserve itself, one must be cyclical. It has to be cyclical because it is a constant flow, and the only way to preserve former stages is through a cyclical experience. This cyclical experience allows one to replicate, reproduce, and replenish itself. These are interconnected processes integral to the perpetuity of life because they prevent depletion. Without cycle, there is depletion. Without movement, there is no preservation of life. And because movement always implies change, life itself must be a process of change. You cannot remain exactly the same and claim to have changed. This is why the cosmos appears not only cyclical, but dynamic. It moves from one state to another. It grows, it expands, it evolves, it transforms. I explored the idea of cosmic growth more deeply. In fact, 2 earlier videos are especially important for understanding what I'm sharing today. One is AI truly alive or conscious? And the other is understanding dualism to transcend it. I'll include links to those in the description below. But in this video, I want us to sit with a different question. What does self-sufficiency really mean? If only one exists, then one must be self-sufficient. And if something is self-sufficient, it can meet its own needs without outside assistance. It does not wait for an external source to supply what it lacks because there is no external source to begin with. So if one needs to destroy and rebuild aspect of itself, then the capacity to do so must already be present within it. This is where the mystery deepens. We could say there is no single destructive force separate from the whole. We could also say that because the cosmos is fractal in its expression, the power of construction and destruction is distributed throughout the whole. But we cannot deny this. Within a reality governed by life, consciousness, and awareness, all of which manifest in degrees, not all beings express these powers in the same way. Different entities embody construction and destruction differently. And what one being calls constructive, another may call destructive. Take a garden, for example. To a gardener, pruning overgrown branches is constructive. Pulling weeds is constructive. Thinning plants to improve airflow and sunlight is constructive. Roguing out undesirable plant is constructive. Even bushwhacking a path through the garden may be constructive. But do the plants see it that way? To the plants, those same actions may feel invasive, violent, even evil. One plant might be cut back, another plant might be uprooted, another might be cleared away entirely. From the plant's perspective, the gardener may not appear as a caretaker at all, but as a force of destruction. Think about that. And yet the gardener's neighbor, looking over the fence, may praise the result and say, "What a beautiful garden." So who is right? Where the gardener sees order, the plants may see loss. Where the neighbor sees beauty, the plants may see threat. Where one side sees good, the other may see evil. So perhaps the question is not only what is happening, but from where you are looking. Could it be that good and evil are often determined by who benefits from the act? Could it be that construction and destruction are two sides of the same coin? Two expressions of one process, depending on perspective? And if that is true, then we are left with a profound cosmological question. In the realm of self-sufficiency and perpetuity, is there really such a thing as good and evil? Or are these simply names we give to the same great movement of one becoming itself? Now, if this reflection resonates with you, please like and subscribe to the channel. And share this video with someone who may benefit from this reflection on unity, self-sufficiency, and the mystery of existence. Thanks for watching.